Okay. So internet disconnected again. Yeah, my internet disconnected again. And so I'm gonna try. I took some time to reconnect it. I'm gonna try to do this again. But if it disconnects again, I'm gonna have to cancel the stream. I'm gonna have to end the stream early. Yeah, I'm gonna try this one more time, but if the stream disconnects again, I'm gonna have to end the stream early because it's not working right now. It's really not working. Oh, this is the wrong. Yeah, this isn't the. No. This is the right. Okay, this is the right place to go. Alright, so let me look around. Oh yeah, I'll need to keep eye out for the Snorbs. So, I tested the internet out. It seems to be functioning, but again, if the stream does disconnect again, I'm gonna have to call it early. Like, if it does disconnect again, I'm gonna have to end the stream early, and then we'll just try to pick it up. I'll just try to pick it up, like, next time I do this. So he says, hey, he's back, yeah. So yeah, again, I rebooted both the router and the modem, and it seems to be working now, but yeah, this is kind of a last chance thing. If the internet connection breaks down again, I'm going to have to, yeah, if the internet connection breaks down again, I'm gonna have to end the stream early, because, That took me like 30 minutes. Yeah, that took me like 30 minutes just to get things working again, so... So yeah, this is kind of a last chance for the night. If it does break down again, well then... If it does break down again, well then we'll just have to call it, and I'll try again tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to play Bloodborne tomorrow because I'm playing Bloodborne today, but maybe. Monday is usually one of the days that I play Bloodborne, so... Okay, there's the big Snek. It seems like the path I should take is, like, maybe killing the big Snek. If I could lead them to get closer to the fire, that'll help me out. Oh, those two are getting closer. Slip says, how many options do you have for what to play tomorrow? Well, for tomorrow, it's like either more Bloodborne, Return to RoboCop, because I haven't been able to play that in over a week, or play more Final Fantasy II. That's kind of the three main options right now. if I get to stream on my birthday, I'll probably try playing something different than all those three games, just because none of those three games, like neither Bloodborne nor Final Fantasy 2 nor RoboCop are something I want to play on my birthday. I'd rather play something I'd enjoy a little bit more. Okay, that actually worked a little bit better than I was expecting. It seems like this is the path I should be going down. Or at least, at least a path I can go down. Because there's that whole area guarded by those two pigs that had like the two bonfires. That felt like it was marking the entrance to a boss path. Sleepless says, roll a 6-sided die after the stream. 1 to 2 Bloodborne, 3 to 4 FF2, 5 to 6 RoboCop, or however you want to divvy up the options. Well, something important I'm going to have to remember is that something important is that besides this stream, I'm going to try to do 5 other streams this week. Tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, on tomorrow, on Tuesday, on Thursday, on Saturday, on Friday, and on Saturday. So like 5 more streams this week. So I'll need to think about how I want to balance things out. Like, do I want to do 1 more Bloodborne stream this week, or do I want to do 2 more Bloodborne streams this week? Because to make up for me not doing a Bloodborne stream on Thursday. Sleep says, and then, depending on the result of the roll, if there's a result you wish it had been, go with that over what the die told you to do. Oh wait, I don't need to go that way. I can just take this shortcut. Let me just go down here instead. Oh, he's still there. So I'm down to 371 lives. I was gonna watch that trailer for Alex, but yeah, the trailer for Alex is Street Fighter 6, but we might wait a little bit for that because just because of how this stream's behaving. Might say that for tomorrow, how the stream's behaving. Just because it's really messing up a lot. Okay, Which, just want to mention again, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider donating. Remember that bits, subs, and direct donations do count, but direct donations help me out a lot more because I'll receive the money you donate immediately instead of having to wait. And that every $1 donated will add another life to the stream, as well as count towards our different donation goals. Alright, back down here. So, gonna have to start fighting the Snorbs again. Actually, let me switch to dual blades, because I'll save... My bullets are best saved for if I can figure out the parry time for an enemy. Yeah, my bullets are best saved to her if I can figure out the parry time for an enemy. And I don't have that many. Yeah, I don't have that many blood vials left. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll try to figure out. I'll try to figure out how I want to do the schedule for this week, because I've got a lot of time to make up for missing two streams from this past week. I'm gonna have to think of it quickly because I'll need to send out this upcoming week's schedule by the end of the night. If I've been down this way. Oh, that leads to the giant snake, right. Yeah, that leads to this giant snake. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna wait for the poison to go down. See, I've only got about 371 lives left, which is still a lot of lives, but I have already lost 4 this stream, and I might have. I think the only reason I haven't lost as many is because of the internet problems. Ironically enough, that did actually save me from losing some lives because I wasn't playing the game. Sleepless says, do what my school district did in 2014 when we had that snow that took us out of school for 2 weeks in a state of emergency that legally did not need to be made up according to state law. Add 30 minutes to every stream for 4 months to make up for the streams missed this last week. Your school sounds like a bunch of jerks. Since we missed this time so that you kids didn't get, like, harmed, and because of the bad weather, you have to attend school more. Because they did it in the stupidest way, too. Okay. That's 370 lives remaining. They do it? Yeah, that's 370 lives remaining. So it says, add 6 minutes to first period and then another 4 to the other 6 periods in the day. Yeah, that is stupid, because that just adds a couple more minutes that, like, people aren't going to be paying attention for. Because nobody's going to be paying attention to that, because it's still, like, 6 more minutes until... It's only 6 more minutes until, like, the bell rings. But no, I can't add 30 minutes to every stream. Because I need to spend as much time as possible applying for jobs. And I'm already spending as much time as possible applying for jobs. But apparently I'm already spending as much time as I possibly can applying for jobs. And apparently that's not enough, because I'm still either not hearing back from jobs or, like, only getting told no. and I desperately need to. I desperately needed to find a new job almost a year ago, and we're now like 7 months since that time when I found out I was going to be losing my job. Sleep says none of the teachers amended their lesson plan, so we all just had built-in work on homework time. Sleep says, just to make sure, bro, you are checking your spam filter. Yes, I'm checking my spam filter. But you see, there's nothing to find in my spam filter if nobody sends me anything or tells me anything. There's not any... there's a Snorber right here. There's not anything I pick up here, is there? No. So if there's tons of companies' new fiscal year start the week after next, maybe they'll get you in then. Well, we'll just have to see. Even freaking HEB won't accept me. Like, I've had interviews with them, but even they won't accept me. Okay, that's 369 lives remaining. Oh, hey, look, I got slow poisoning. Like, I currently have in another web browser 228 tabs open, and those are all just jobs to apply to. Parking Master says, I have an idea to become a highway maintenance operator, snow condition specialist, i.e. drive a snowplow / critter. Snowplow plus critter. So that would work in a lot of other places, but not in Texas. Because one, Texas really doesn't have, like, snow often. They barely do. And two, that would require the Texas government to set money aside to plan for cold weather, which the government of Texas does not want to do. Because then they would have to care about their people's well-being, which they don't want to do that. That is not in their best interest. They would rather bad things happen and then blame it on transgender people. Or immigrants. Sleep says the Texas government would rather get out of Dodge than admit bad weather happens. Pokemon Cube says, I thought everything in the U.S. would privatize except law enforcement. So I don't know if, like, caring for the roads would be. That might be... I'm not sure if that is up to, like, the, hiring certain companies, or if that is, like, provided for by the city. However, like, no city... If it is by a city, no city in Texas would probably set that money aside for snowplows. And if it is privatized, most companies wouldn't really bother trying to, like, set up something. Ow. Most companies wouldn't try to set up something in Texas because it rarely because of how rarely it snows here. Sleep says the company that makes snowplows is privatized, but they only sell to the government. Road maintenance is actually supposed to be covered by taxes. Oh, that snake has my blood. Okay, maybe this will work this time. There, okay. Got it. So I'm guessing that noise I'm hearing is like, is the pigs. Well, not that. This is the snake. Oh, dang it. No, that was the wrong move. Oh, jeez. But yeah, but... Yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to find anything. Yeah, at this point, I'm trying to find anything job-related because I need to start getting money. Because despite being unemployed, there's still bills I have to pay, as like to make sure I can use a phone and use my car, which those are things I need to be able to do. Oh, hey, Predator, who's watching on YouTube says, yeah, we're back. Yeah, I got the internet reconnected, but if it disconnects again, I'm gonna have to end the stream early. Yeah, if we... Sleep says, take a page out of Detective's book if you can't get a job at Walgreens/CVS/grocery store. That's why I was applying to HEB. And I did get interviews with them. I did get some interviews with them, but they all, after the interviews, they all turned me down. So... Dev Hark says, to be fair, Detective tripped and fell into working in a pharmacy. Steve says, oh yeah, gas station attendant could work out. I guess I'll try that as well. Okay, let's try. Towerhawk says, sleepy, I didn't leave, I've just been eating dinner. Well, I hope it's been a nice dinner, Detective. That didn't work either. There, okay. Fucking Maskew says, how good are you with DIY? You mean do it yourself? Yeah, we're down to like 368 lives remaining. Yeah, I'm down to 368 lives remaining. So I've already lost like 7 lives in the Forest of Sneks, even with the reduced amount of time I've been able to stream. Pokemon says, alright, well, a DIY is something you're good at, then maybe become a self-employed handyman, or IT support. IT support is what I was doing from IT support is what I have the most job experience in, and it's been the major focus of jobs I've been applying to. Do y'all mean like become a self-employed IT support? Pokemon Master just become your own boss then. Well, I'm not sure how I'd like set. I'd have to look into like how to set that up. I mean, I guess I could do that, but I just have to look into like how. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I just have to look into like how to set that up and like how to make that work. Just start my own IT support service. Sleep says, although, Brawl, did you give a shot to the IT support group? They're 24/7, 365. They need people all the damn time. Is there like a specific name for them, or? Yeah, literally the IT support group. I don't think I've heard of them before, but I'll try looking. Sleeper says, I'll send it to you in DMs. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll try looking there as well. I really don't like the sound of pig. Pokemon says, yeah, you would have to look into it for self-employed because I'm 100% certain how you would do it over there is different to over here. Sleep says, sorry, ITSC, IT Support Center. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, if you could, like, if they have a website, if you could DM me that, that'd be really helpful, because I don't think I've actually heard of that group. Okay, that's 367. Okay, so gas station attendant, IT support center. The Sleep says, I got through the final interviews and an explanation of what I could improve on from my end for them. Sad I didn't get a job, but at least it was something actionable. Hey, like them saying like, here's what them saying like, hey, you didn't get the job, but here's what you could improve on to get like another job. That would actually be very helpful. Like that is a lot more than another. That is a lot more than a lot of other job rejection letters that I get. Usually it's just like, you know, the email you can recognize as soon as you get it. Pokemon Cube says, you heard of a small little indie company called Sony? They're as leaky as anything, so maybe offer your IT services to them. Oh boy, Pokemon Cube. Oh well, wouldn't you? As luck would have it, I did actually receive an email from a Sony job I applied for, saying that I didn't get the job and they appreciate my time and to try again elsewhere. And I got that email like just yesterday for a job I applied for in June. That's the... For those who don't live in the U.S. and don't know what it's like to apply for jobs, I don't know if this is like a thing that other people have to deal with in other countries. I hope it's not. I hope that I hope that those who are people who are trying to apply for jobs in other countries at least don't have to deal with this. But the biggest issue with applying for jobs in the U.S. it isn't just that you'll get rejected for a lot of jobs. It's that you will often apply to a job that says they need to hire now. They need like people now, and then you don't receive an email for months. Nothing. And then literally half a year will pass and they'll say, oh, right, we didn't want to hire you. Maybe I could get a job as a self-employed self-employed person who gets people other jobs. Self-employed person who helps other companies hire people. I can't be any worse than the actual HR personnel that are working for some of the that are trying to hire people for some of these companies I've applied to. Fucking Mascu says, I can't comment given I've been able to work due to my medical disability issues my entire life, so I've never been in a position to find out. Yeah, that's why I didn't want... Yeah, I didn't want to, I wasn't sure if it's like a... I'm not sure if this is an issue like other countries that people in other countries have when applying for jobs, but that's at least an issue that happens here. Fucking Mascu says, but the benefit system is kind of just as slow. Yeah, during like the first stream breakup, I mentioned this, but yeah, if I had enough money, I would love to move out of the United States just to get health insurance. Like, I know other countries have problems. I know like every other country has its problems, and I understand that. But dang, health insurance would be really helpful. Because in addition to everything I'm dealing with, I might have some health problems going on. I'm not certain. But because I lost my job, I don't have health insurance. So I can't even know if if I actually have health problems. Fucking Mascu says, you apply for get your assessments and don't hear anything for months. Okay, let me look them. The stream seems to be holding together fine for right now, but I'll give it a little bit more. And then I'll try, I might try to watch the Alex trailer, because I did really want to watch that. Okay, the IT Support Center. Yeah, I might just, at this point, I'm applying to anything that I think will take me, because I need to get something. I can't move forward in life unless I start making money, and I can't start making money unless I find a job. Or unless out of nowhere, I suddenly get a lot of viewers donating during streams, but I am not. Out of nowhere, I get a lot of viewers who suddenly start donating a lot of money during streams, and I'm just somehow able to shift into a full-time streamer. However, I'm not a fool. I am many things, but a fool is not one of them. So I know that there is there is no chance that's going to happen. There is absolutely no chance that's going to happen. I'm playing Final Fantasy II right now. I've intentionally built my channel around I've intentionally built my channel by design around playing games that people don't often play. People don't often play on stream. So, Breadhead says that's awful. I'm guessing you're talking about like the job, like the whole job application system. Yeah, it's really bad. Pokemon Rescue says, come to the UK, live here long enough to get the right visa / citizenship that you get the NHS properly. Slim says, and I'm sure the 5 people that love FF2 are glad you're doing it, bro. They might not, considering I've been bashing the game, or like making fun of the game, or considering that I don't have the FF2 fans might not actually be enjoying me seeing me play it, because I'm constantly doing other stuff while also playing the game. Oh, as a side note, I did beat a game over the weekend. Or, well, I say over the weekend, it's Sunday right now. I did beat a game recently that is now number 35. 35 game, the 35th game I beat in between, like, my 29th and 30th birthday. And it's a small, like, mystery adventure game called, like, Beacon Pines. So that's now 35 games I've beaten. So that's now 35 games. Like this whole goal I had of being 30 games before I turn 30. Well, I'm about to turn 30 in like 2 days, and I've long passed that goal at like 35 games. And unless that's probably going to be the last game I'm able to beat before I turn 30, because again, I got like today and then tomorrow, and then my birthday's on Tuesday. So I've lost 9 lives already. I mean, yeah, my going back to what I was saying, my channel is not, like, I know that people wouldn't, like, my channel is not going to get a ton of viewers, but that's okay. I mean, like, I built my streaming channel to be, like, something people would watch while they're doing something for people to watch while they're doing something else. It's kind of like to have as background noise. So I'm fine with the path I've chosen. I'm fine with the path I've chosen. I definitely don't think I could be like one of those like really hyped, really like moment to moment streamers. I don't think I could be like one of those moment-to-moment streamers, always playing the new thing, always playing the newest game, and like getting people really hyped about it. Pokemon Rescue says, I have occasionally played the newest thing and go on weird rambles about something completely unrelated. Oh wait, I was just about to jump down that hole. I should not do that. Although I will say, although I'm not expecting a lot of money, not expecting a lot of donations, if you would like to support this channel and help me pay for bills whilst I'm trying to find a job, please consider donating. Because again, that really helps me out right now. And there's a whole reason this is called the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon. Bits, subs, and gift subs do count, but direct donations help me out a lot more. And I've also, I have updated my throne in case you wanted to gift me something on throne. But really, half the things I have on my throne list are just are really just building up money to help me pay for bills. And if someone does buy me something on my throne wish list, it will count towards the Donathon. It will count. It does. It will count towards a donathon, but it won't really like. I really won't add the amount of money donated until. I won't add the amount of money donated until like the amount of money needed to. The gift is like fully purchased. Because I have no idea how long it'll take for like if someone only donates towards one of the gifts I have on Throne, I have no idea of knowing how long it'll take for that gift to be fully funded, and for me to thus receive it. But Mascu says one of the days will become Brawl versus Bloodborne properly. I mean, that's what this is. Unless you just want me to unless you want me to just fist fight a physical copy of the game. I mean, if y'all want, I could make that like if we do end up reaching $1,000 donated, I could make that one of the future donation goals. Brawl just fist fights a physical copy of Bloodborne. It would have to be on the really high end of low donation goals, like at least a couple $1,000s, because I'd need to like I need to like rent out a boxing ring. And find a boxing ring that would let me like use them. Pokemon says, and do it in the swamp. Make Miyazaki proud. Okay, so in that case, yeah, that would definitely have to be on the high end. I'd have to rent out a swamp. Yeah, I'd have to rent out a swamp, which would take out a lot of money. Sleep says no need to rent. Just go to Florida. They've got plenty. Well, that would still require a lot of money. That would still require a lot of money. I'd have to buy, because I'd have to like have enough gas to make the trip to Florida. Okay, Sleepless. I'm gonna DM. Like, I did find a site. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. You sent me the site already. Okay, yeah, this is the site I was. I was about to just DM. I was just about to DM you a link, asking if that was the proper site, and you actually sent me it early, and that is the right site. So, okay, yeah, I will. That's what I'll be doing after this stream. If this stream ends early or on time, then yeah, I'll be. If this stream ends early or on time, that's what I'm gonna be doing as soon as the stream ends. Just applying for going back to job applications. The weird thing like specifically with HEB, is I've both applied for full-time jobs related to like technology, either like data engineer, or like data engineer, or other jobs like that. And then I've also applied for part-time jobs that are just like anything that they're hiring for at like my nearby HEB. And hilariously enough, well, not hilarious, because it really is just like, what the heck is going on? The job, like, I've actually been considered more. Like, I'm actually been considered more by the full-time jobs that are, like, technology-related than the part-time jobs, which I was not expecting. Like, that is my field, but I was expecting, like, the full-time technology positions to kind of just drop me immediately. Whereas I might, like, have a better shot with the part-time jobs. But, well, I haven't received a job interview. I haven't received a job interview opportunity from any of the full-time technology jobs I applied to. They're still considering me. Meanwhile, I have had some interviews with the HEB, like, part-time job I applied to. But then, like, the very next day, they would tell me no. So, no idea what's happening there. Not a clue. I've got like 4. Okay, I've got like 4 of these. This ain't good. Alright. Oh, they actually did drop something. I am getting quite a few bloodstone shards from here. Oh, this is where the Snorb is. Yeah, this is where Big Snorb is. The Big Snorb does take some time to, like, walk over there. I can kind of take advantage of that. Ow. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to see if I can maybe get it to walk closer to the fire. Because that was doing damage to it. Oh, damn. Uh-oh. Okay, I knocked them back into the fire. Let's see if I can get them into the fire. I gotta get really close now. I like that I am happy that I can do that. Redhead sit over on YouTube says, haha, fool. I've been using any opportunity I have to use these fires again for my own ends. I take. I've developed numerous like very cheap. I have developed my own Bloodborne play style called the Way of the Cheapskate, where any opportunity I have to knock an opponent off a cliff, or like just knock an opponent off a cliff, any way to like beat them easily without doing much work, I will take. That is the lesson that. That is the lesson that Soulsborne games want to impart on you, is to be a cheap little asshole. Don't fight honorably. Don't live by a code. Instead, try to solve your problems in the cheapest and most petty way possible. That is the life lesson from Dark Souls and the games that based off of it try to impart on you. Like I'm asking you, so you play the patches way. No, well, that depends on what patches are installed into the game, or what version of the game I'm playing. That depends on what update patch has been installed. Okay, gonna keep going through here. Like I'm asking you, since he always wants to kick people off cliffs. That does sound like a style I've used. Like if I had a kicking move that could kick enemies off cliffs, I would be doing that. Although I'm certain I'm certain if FromSoft did give you a move that, like, could push enemies quite a distance, a lot of players would be using that in multiple of their games to just push enemies off cliffs. Fucking Masky says, I like to play backstab tennis. Okay, so back here in the Forest of Sneks. I'm now down to like 364 lives, meaning I've lost about 11 lives. I guess I don't have to kill every Snorb I come across. I could just try to walk past them, but just run past them to where they stop threatening me. But, I mean... What's the point in exploring the the Forest of Sneks if you don't say hello to all the Sneks? Not the Sneckmen, you can leave them alone. So aren't there weapon arts in Elden Ring that let you kick an enemy and send them backwards? I have no idea. If there is stuff like that in Elden Ring, I wouldn't know. Fucking excuses. Now, granted, it needs and to quite Solaire glorious cooperation, but I have managed this via backstab lock a boss to death. Fucking Matsky says in the DLC in the martial art in the DLC there's martial arts equipment that lets you fight with just punches and kicks. Now, I'm very disappointed that Elden Ring made that DLC stuff and not something I could just do in the main game, because that sounds like the coolest fighting style. That is automatically the coolest fighting style. You could become the action RPG equivalent of the coolest turn-based RPG characters, which is just the ones that fight with their fists. Q says, technically you can access it without the DLC. Well, if I ever get to play Elden Ring on the channel, I'll have to remember that. Q says, you need someone who has been into the DLC to drop it for you. Never mind. Well, I'll still try to get it if I ever get to play Elden Ring, but... no idea how... That will take some time. If I'm ever able to play Elden Ring on the channel, it's going to be some time before I'm able to play that, just with everything else I need, with everything else I'd like to play before we reach that point. And I don't even have Elden Ring. Dr. Massacu says DLC access is pretty far into the game. Aw, dang it. Well, I've got like half health, but I've only got like 3 blood vials, so let me save them. Ah, dang. Okay, while the internet seems stable for now, let me see if we can watch the Alex trailer, because I really wanted to watch that. But again, if the internet does go out, if my internet does go out again and the stream cuts off, that I'll just have to end it there. I'll just have to end the stream there for the night, because we've got a little over an hour left, and it took me like over 30 minutes It took me over 30 minutes to get my internet, to get the internet working again. So, and if it does start disconnecting again, there's no guarantee I can even get it back in time. So, okay, let's. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, here we go. So, okay, gunning to the Alex lore I was trying to share before the stream started disconnecting. So Alex was like
this... can make some good cash putting their bodies on the line.
Alex was introduced as the new
I'm used to being hated.
Alex was introduced as like the new, like, he was supposed to be like the new protagonist for Street Fighter 3. But he didn't really end up becoming that. He didn't really end up.
I was spending my time fighting in the streets.
He really didn't end up becoming popular enough to become like the become like main protagonist. So this kind of like the guy who was supposed to be protagonist, but now isn't. But now kind of heelish. It's a great change for him. Although it's really funny that they're like, okay, Alex is a heel now, and then they give him Jam Project music. The anthem of Super Robot Wars. And I'm not really a grappler. I'm not really a grappler player, but how cool some of these moves looks, and the fact that they gave him a Jam Project theme is convincing, is making me want to try him. Yeah, all these cool professional wrestling moves, and them giving him a Jam Project theme makes me kind of want to try Alex. Dang, that's so clean. All the transition to like from like strike to throw is so clean with a lot of these moves. This guy's gonna be a menace. The grappler players are gonna be a menace with this guy.
This is my job.
And then the other reason I really want, I'm kind of considering playing Alex is, the other reason I'm kind of considering playing Alex is that they just made him, like, between that Snapdragon suplex, the freaking V trigger, and now the One Weekend Angel. Yeah, they made him Kenny Omega. So I'm gonna replay this because there's some really fun, like, everyone's freaking out about, like, Alex is now basically Kenny Omega between like the heel turn and like him having that like a lot of Kenny's moves, including his signature V trigger into like into One Winged Angel as like a critical art finish. He's basically Kenny Omega, to the point where Kenny Omega even did motion capture for Alex. So he is now literally Kenny Omega. Just they put Kenny Omega in the game, in all but name, by giving Alex his moves. And for the non-fighting game fans, there's actually a bit of like history behind this, which is really funny, because Kenny Omega like is a huge, well, he's a huge Final Fantasy, he's a huge video game fan, especially for Final Fantasy and especially for Street Fighter. Like those two moves I just described there, his V trigger and One Winged Angel, which is like his signature into his finisher. The One Winged Angel is, of course, like, that is, like, inspired, like, that is named after Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. So, the V-Trigger is named after a mechanic they added in Street Fighter V called V-Trigger, which is kind of like well, I didn't get to play Street Fighter V, but from what I've heard, it is kind of similar to the drive rush system that they have in Street Fighter VI. So basically, well, the V trigger, I think it might have started. It was either Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5 that they added it. But in either Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5, they added the V trigger as a mechanic. And so Kenny, because he's a Street Fighter fan, added like he made one of his signature moves. That whole like pointing at someone, pointing a finger gun at someone into like a knee strike, the V trigger. So it's inspired by Street Fighter. So the history of Street Fighter has the V trigger to Kenny Omega, fan of Street Fighter, names one of his moves the V trigger, to Kenny Omega becomes one of the biggest wrestlers in the world, to where now they use him as motion capture for one of the characters, including his move named the V trigger, which is named after something from one of the previous Street Fighters. It's just such a fun part of history. So, and just really cool that he's basically like, see, SNK, this is how you add real-life people to your fighting games. You don't just have them take up a spot. You don't have them take up a spot in your fight. Like, you don't have the real person take up a spot in your fighting game roster. You have a character, like, take some of their move inspiration from the person, which is the basis for most fighting game fit characters. Like, a lot of, like, the more classic fighting game characters are either inspired by, like, real-world martial artists or, like, characters from movies or anime or tokusatsu. So, Alex himself was originally based on, like, Hulk Hogan. So, really glad that they decided to switch to Kenny Omega instead of Hogan. But, yeah, this is kind of like how things generally are for fighting game characters. Like, they're inspired by either real world. They take a lot of influence from either like real world martial artists or like movie or anime or tokusatsu characters. But I had to show that off because it's gonna be some time before I can buy any DLC for Street Fighter 6. But this trailer made a lot of people like every one of the Street Fighter character trailers every one of the Street Fighter 6 character trailers shows that they're really like adding a lot to the character to like bring them into the game, and this is no exception. People are really excited for Alex because of this trailer. But just had to show that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well. Pokemaster Cube says, I'm going to bed. Night. Good night, Pokemaster Cube. Thanks for watching. Oh. I went right back on the screen. So I'm down to 363 lives. I've lost a lot of lives to this Snake Forest. Well, this whole like Forbidden Woods area, because the Snake Forest, the Forest of Sneks is really like the second or third part of this. First, it was like the woods leading up to like that village. Then it was like the part of the woods after the village, or like the village and then like the part of the woods after the village. And now it's like Forest of Sneks, which itself kind of feels like it has multiple parts. It's definitely like more... Oh, yeah, that's right. I lost my hand lantern. That's a shame, yeah. When I die with the hand lantern, I just lose it. Let me actually use... Okay, let me use this bone marrow ash. Okay, that works a bit better. That's right, that increases the damage. That increases the damage you do with the gun. Which is why I haven't really been using it much. Oh, hello. I'm gonna have to be careful about... I can't really use my blood vials for this next couple of runs because, well, I don't really have many. Let me hide back here and wait for the small snorbs to come to me. Yeah, even with like this, even with this low amount of health, I really can't use. I really don't want to risk using one of my blood vials right now because I only got 6. Let me try going this way. Let me see what's over here. I do have quite a few bloodstone shards. Oh. That's another snort. Gosh dang it. I whiffed that hit, and then they killed me. I whiffed that hit, and then they killed me. Can't believe this. Alright, well... do I have any... Okay, Frenzy Kobolds. Yeah, let me use... Since I've built up so many Bloodstone Shards, let me see if I can go back to the Hunter's Dream and maybe, let me go back to the Hunter's Dream and see if I can actually, like, see if I can, like, upgrade some of my weapons. Alright, oh, let me use these. And let me use the, yeah, Madman's Knowledge. Oh, I only used one of those. Okay, let me use another one. Slew says, damn, that Snorb read you like a book. Yeah, they had the last, well, I don't know if snakes laugh. They had the last, gleeful hiss that time. Okay, I think I've got enough to upgrade another weapon, so... Definitely gonna be the Blade of Mercy. Like, I still have the Ludwig's Holy Blade. I still have, like, a Ludwig's Holy Blade equipped, but... The Blade of Mercy is absolutely the thing I'm using the most. Oh, do I not have enough Bloodstone chunks? Oh. Okay, never mind. I have to upgrade, like, one of these two, so it has to be the, it has to be Ludwig's Holy Blade. Although, I could maybe upgrade the blunderbuss? Okay, let me start with this. And then, yeah, upgrade that one. $160 damage is really good, though. So I need to start getting Bloodstone chunks. Yeah, I need to start getting... I guess I'll switch to the Ludwig's Holy Blade since I increased his attack so much for now, but... Yeah, I guess I need to get blood chunks. Blunks. Volatiles would be really helpful. Blood vials would also be really helpful. Wait, no. I've only got 6. Okay, I'll get like enough of those. And anything I want to sell. Not gonna sell that, but I don't... Well, I might stow that away. Slip says, I like the Ludwigs because man oh man does it hit like a truck when it gets going, especially you get like a fully charged heavy swing on the greatsword. No, it does do a lot of damage, and I do like that. It's just that with the Blade of Mercy, since I can move much faster with the Blade of Mercy, I can get like 1, 2, 3, Like, just off of my full, like, stamina bar, I can get, like, 1, 2, 3... Okay, sorry, no. Let me do this properly. Like, okay, so, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 swings with just the standard attack on the Blade of Mercy. Whereas with this one, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 hits, which is only like 1 or 2, which is only like 1 less, but they're a bit slower. So I can use those Blade of Mercy attacks much quicker and then just like back up. Is there anything I want to get here with insight? I guess since I did upgrade the damage, I'll go ahead and use this for right now. Okay, back to the Forbidden Woods. Yeah, we've got a little less than an hour. We've got a little less than an hour left. I know that we did, like, the stream did break down earlier and we lost a lot of time with that, but I really can't afford to, unfortunately, I can't afford to, like, go later tonight. Because we're almost near the end of January, and, February, like, at the start of February is when I'm going to have to pay bills again, so I'm desperately trying to get something. I'm desperately trying to get some sort of job before the end of January, but as has been the case for the past few months, still no luck. And on that note, again, any donations are really appreciated right now. Bits, subs, and gift subs do count towards this Donathon, but the direct donations will help a lot more because I'll be able to receive the money you donate immediately instead of having to wait until halfway through February to receive the money you donated. So, if you're able to donate, please consider doing so. And because it'll add more lives to the Donathon, so it means I'll have to play Bloodborne more Bloodborne, and it will count towards the donation goals. Once more into the forest of into the Snorbist. The forest of the Snorbist. That's the proper name for this place. It's a snake orb forest. The Snorbist. The Snorbrist. Get rid of you. Oh, that didn't really do much. That's worrisome. That really didn't do much at all. Oh, hey, Arts and Fights, welcome in. Yeah, that didn't go well at all. Okay, down to like 361 lives. Remember, every dollar donated will add another life. So, bits, subs, gift subs, direct donations, every dollar donated will add another life. And this playthrough, like, no matter how far I am in Bloodborne, once I run out of if I run out of lives before I beat the game, that'll be it. That'll be the end of the playthrough. If you're not able to donate or don't feel like donating, though, I understand, and thank you at least for watching. So... I've lost like 14 lives this stream. As far as... Well... Me losing... the internet disconnecting really didn't help, but as far as like progress in the game, this game is, I really haven't made a lot this stream. Just to remind you of the stream schedule, like weather permitting, I'm gonna try to stream again tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to stream again on Tuesday because and like maybe do a longer stream on Tuesday because that's my birthday. And then I'm gonna also stream. I won't stream on Wednesday, but I will be back on Thursday. And then to make up for lost time, I'm gonna also try to stream on Friday, and then I'll do a stream on Saturday. So, gonna try to do more streams this week to make up for lost time, because I like missed two streams from this past week, and I mean normally I wouldn't be streaming on Sunday, but like that's, I mean I missed a stream on Thursday and Sunday. Thursday and Saturday. I'm trying to make up for that. Gosh, that only did like half damage. But he's... Oh, jeez. Sleepless, thank you for giving that shout out to Hearts and Fights, who y'all should go watch. Or y'all should go follow if you're not already. Oh. Yeah, that fully charged heavy strike with this sword does annihilate most things, but dang is it slow. It has like a long wind-up time. Okay, let me wait back here. Sleep says, Road is a great sword. They're not known for being super fast swords. That depends on the skill of the sword. As I found from Final Fantasy VII, that depends on the skill of the swordsman. A lot of people draw art of like Tifa being really buff than she is in the game. But they should also maybe do that for Cloud, because because like Cloud's swinging around like that 6 foot tall Buster sword like it's nothing. Almost out. Soup says your Bloodborne character is not Cloud Ball. I know. Dante wouldn't have trouble swinging a great sword fast. But again, Dante does have the power of wackiness, wahooiness, and pizzaness behind him.